In the endless black between the stars, where the warmth of the sun fades into oblivion and silence has endured for billions of years, two of humanity's oldest machines drift alone. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 have become our quiet emissaries to the unknown, their aging instruments whispering across distances so vast that a single message takes nearly a day to reach Earth. For decades, they've been our link to the cosmos, carrying the echoes of human curiosity into the infinite. But recently, those whispers changed. Something had shifted. Signals began arriving that carried anomalies, patterns that defied all known physics. Objects moved in ways no natural body should, and the faint but undeniable implication began to take hold. We might not be the only ones navigating the deep. Voyager 1 caught it first, a subtle flicker in its telemetry, seemingly insignificant. At first, the team at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory dismissed it as interference, background noise caused by cosmic rays or stray particles. But Dr. Eliza Cara, a mission specialist whose eye for anomalies was unmatched, noticed something that didn't fit. The flicker wasn't random. It moved, subtly, deliberately, curving and accelerating in ways that suggested intent. Voyager's plasma sensors confirmed her suspicions. This was no drifting object. It was navigating. Systems analyst Carlo Romero likened it to spotting a drone in the middle of the ocean, out of place, unnatural, and unmistakably purposeful. The team began eliminating possibilities. Not a comet, no tail, no sublimation. Not an asteroid, its path too perfect. Not dust, too coherent. The natural explanations evaporated, leaving only one unnerving reality. Something was guiding it through the void. Then, millions of miles away on a completely different trajectory, Voyager 2 detected the exact same phenomenon. Magnetic fluctuations, plasma shifts, faint pulse signatures, all mirroring Voyager 1's data. Two independent spacecraft, separated by unimaginable distances, had confirmed the same anomaly. Skepticism evaporated. This was no software glitch, no hardware malfunction. European Space Agency analyst M.K. Fontaine compared it to two lighthouses catching the same flash from an unknown ship. NASA quietly escalated the situation to a Level 3 alert, a classification reserved for events without scientific explanation. What began as a single object revealed itself to be far more complex. Telemetry revealed 305 objects, gliding in perfect formation, locked in trajectories as if bound by an invisible, meticulously calculated grid. In the natural order of space, small velocity differences cause objects to drift apart over time. These did not. They moved as one. Metallic, silent, and impossibly precise, they resembled a flock of birds or a school of fish, but cosmic, monumental, and utterly alien. Even stranger, the Voyagers picked up rhythmic plasma pulses emanating from the swarm. Dr. Serena Patel of Caltech noted the structured intervals, comparing them to a language, measured, deliberate, and far too ordered to arise by chance. Doppler shift data revealed the impossible. Many of these objects were moving faster than any known form of propulsion, some exceeding even the Milky Way's escape velocity. No exhaust, no ion drive, no nuclear thrusters. They were gliding as if riding the very currents of spacetime. Theoretical physicist Elena Reyes described it as surfing the fabric of the universe itself, a concept so advanced it pushed the boundaries of comprehension. Voyager, decades old, analog, and considered nearly obsolete, was catching nuances modern spacecraft could easily miss. Its outdated systems lacked digital interference, making it uniquely capable of detecting faint, structured signals others could not. Meanwhile, on Earth, something curious began unfolding. Amateur radio operators, hobbyists scattered across continents, started reporting faint, rhythmic static patterns. Unlike normal cosmic noise, these signals contain subtle regularities, aligning almost perfectly with the hours the Voyagers recorded peak anomalies. Initially dismissed as coincidence, the pattern became too precise to ignore. Some operators captured harmonics suggesting reflections off Earth's atmosphere, or perhaps direct transmission from deep space. Intelligence agencies quietly took notice, not understanding the phenomenon, but aware that if ordinary citizens could detect it, so could others, far more sophisticated. NASA and ESA convened a joint task force to scour decades of archived mission data for precedent. Could Pioneer 10 or 11, New Horizons, or other deep space missions have recorded similar anomalies? They pored over telemetry, magnetometer readings, plasma logs, decades worth of history, yet found nothing. No precedent existed. The absence of prior encounters was chilling. Perhaps the swarm had always existed, cloaked or dormant, only revealing itself when Voyager's unique analog systems came within range. If so, the objects weren't just passing, they had been waiting. And the question no one dared voice aloud was, waiting for what? As the swarm moved past Voyager 1, the spacecraft itself began behaving strangely. Its attitude and articulation control system reactivated memory banks that had been dormant since the Reagan era. Data was routed through channels no engineer had programmed in decades. Initially, hardware degradation was suspected. But the operations were too deliberate, too clean. Voyager seemed to be adapting, responding to the environment, almost as if interacting with the swarm. Plasma readings hinted at a deeper truth: the swarm wasn't simply traveling. It was communicating. Harmonics in the pulses mirrored intervals used in quantum entanglement experiments, methods Earth researchers used to transfer information instantly across vast distances. Voyager had become a node in an immense, invisible network. The implications were staggering. Was this network intended for humans, or had humanity simply stumbled into an ongoing conversation, far older and more complex than we could imagine? And if they knew we were listening, had they already chosen to respond? Across the void, Voyager 1 and 2, separated by millions of miles, had intercepted a phenomenon too vast, organized, and deliberate to be natural. 305 objects, communicating in rhythmic pulses, gliding beyond physics as we understand it, and interacting with our oldest explorers. The question wasn't merely what these objects were, it was what they were capable of. If artificial, the swarm implied a civilization far older and more advanced than humanity. If natural, it suggested forces beyond our current understanding, mechanisms embedded into the universe itself. And perhaps most unnervingly, we may not be the audience at all. We may have stumbled into a conversation, only now detectable because of Voyager's unique position, analog systems, and timing across millennia. In the cold reaches beyond the solar system, where human presence is reduced to two whispering machines, a terrifying possibility emerges. We are no longer merely observers. We may be participants. And if this is true, the first response may already be on its way. Because in the infinite darkness of space, the line between observer and observed is thinner than we ever imagined. And perhaps, just perhaps, it's not us who have discovered them, but them who have finally decided we are worth noticing.